Coming up on KOIN 6 News this morning, icy roads, down power lines, and an interstate now closed. We'll have the latest information on the wicked weather that's hitting our area and when it's expected to wrap up. And during the storm, did you abandon your car? We'll tell you the reason that you probably should go grab it. Plus, coworkers in Salem will create a new bond this Christmas. They're going to be spending it in the hospital, but they say it's worth it. We'll share how one is giving the gift of life.
KOIN 6 News this morning starts right now with breaking news.
Welcome to KOIN 6 News this Saturday morning. I'm Trevor Alden for Eileen Park. This wicked weather still causing problems across the area, and we will get to that in a second. But first, we're following some breaking news out of Northeast Portland. This is where Portland police are investigating a deadly hit-and-run crash. It happened just a few hours ago near Northeast Columbia Boulevard and 80th. Police say there were two cars involved in the crash. One of the people died at the scene, and we're told the driver of the second car took off on foot. There are reports that that driver is a black man with a goatee wearing a red shirt. The major crash team is now investigating. Of course, this was one of several crashes that we've seen with all of this extreme winter weather. We now want to get you right over to Claire Anderson with the latest on our forecast from the Weather Center.
Yeah, well, you know, this morning we really haven't seen much difference from when we were talking about the conditions last night. Temperatures are still pretty cold out there. I do want to talk about our Doppler radar. We have seen that let up just a little bit. We're still seeing some scattered rain and snow showers out there right now, especially as you zoom in. Some freezing rain up to our north. Look at the temperatures. 34 degrees out towards West Grove, 35 degrees in Newburgh, Sherwood, mid-30s there, 33 degrees in Beaverton, 32 degrees still in West Lynn. As you move up north towards Vancouver, Portland Airport, we're right at that freezing mark. We could see some freezing rain still through this morning. Patchy areas of those icy conditions. 30 degrees in Camas, 27 degrees in Washougal this morning. All right, here's a look at that Doppler radar as you head out towards Hood River, getting a slow break, but still very snowy conditions on 84 this morning. Here's a look at the current road temperatures. This is important because temperatures above freezing, good news there, but again, at Troutdale, where that interstate is closed eastbound, we're still seeing freezing road conditions there. I do want to talk about our current visibility, some low visibilities, especially Hillsborough, McMinnville, Salem. Foggy conditions this morning, also out towards the Dalles and Hood River. Now, your forecast for today, temperatures will stay above freezing. Once we get out of this morning's low temperatures, we're going to warm up to the mid-40s. We're going to start to see some melting conditions, but this would create a problem with falling ice. We're going to talk about what you can expect through the weekend coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Claire. We'll get back to you in just a couple minutes. But happening now, the Oregon Department of Transportation has shut down a huge stretch of Interstate 84 in the Columbia River Gorge. Eastbound lanes are now closed from Troutdale all the way to Hood River. And this closure comes in response to icy conditions and multiple crashes on the interstate. Westbound lanes are still open. ODOT says it will be reopening eastbound lanes when conditions improve. This is happening east of the Portland metro area. But what about around here? Well, closer to Portland, it is also a mess, and the National Weather Service is warning people living around Portland about a potential new hazard. You just heard Claire mention it, falling ice. They say you need to be careful walking near buildings or under overpasses, and they recommend that you don't park your car underneath trees. We're also keeping our eye on power outages. The numbers have continued to fluctuate. Right now, more than 25,000 people in Multnomah County are in the dark, along with more than 800 in Clackamas County. This is a live look at the outage map. Crews have been working all night to keep the power on for customers. In Clark County, there's about 800 without electricity. Well, maybe the roads were so slick that yesterday you abandoned your vehicle. Well, if you did, you really better hurry to go get it, because the Bureau of Transportation is going to be towing them away. They're targeting vehicles in travel lanes, busy streets, and on snowplow routes. If you want your car back, it's going to cost you. The city issues an $80 ticket first, and then they call a tow truck, and that will run you another $170.
Give them your license plate number. They can tell you exactly how to recover your vehicle, and then should be able to help you find out some information about what the citations are and what the storage fees would be.
And if it wasn't expensive enough, we found out towing companies also charge a $25 storage fee every day, and that begins 4 hours after a car is towed. Some of the side roads across the area over the last few days were especially slippery, like in West Linn, Oregon City, Lake Oswego. School district workers drove some of the bus routes before sunrise on Friday to decide whether to close school for a second day in a row. And take a look as our Lisa Balick did her own test. That is incredible. Who needs a sled? As for making up missed school days, Beaverton School District tells us that they will have to add days. Portland says the school board will vote on whether to add any extra days. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani is out of the running for Secretary of State. This announcement from President-elect Donald Trump came shortly before another victory rally in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Roxana Sabiri reports from New York.
President-elect Donald Trump revealed that former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani removed his name from consideration for any administration post in a meeting held on November 29th.
The whole thing was becoming kind of very confusing, and my desire to be in the cabinet was great, but it wasn't that great.
In a statement, Mr. Trump said, Rudy would have been an outstanding member of the cabinet in several roles, but I fully respect and understand his reasons for remaining in the private sector. Friday night, the president-elect continued his victory tour of the states that helped propel him to the Oval Office. He rallied supporters in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
So I believe we're in the process of putting together one of the great cabinets that has ever been assembled in our nation's history.
He introduced his pick for Education Secretary, Betsy DeVos, a billionaire Republican donor and former chair of the Michigan Republican Party.
It's time to make education great again.
Earlier in the day, Mr. Trump stopped in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to campaign for U.S. Senate candidate John Kennedy ahead of Saturday's runoff election. Mr. Trump's transition team is questioning Energy Department employees, focusing on those who work to advance President Obama's climate change agenda. Mr. Trump's team sent officials there a probing 74-point questionnaire that asks for a list of all employees or contractors who have attended any meetings on carbon reduction. Employees expressed concern that they're trying to root out all individuals and programs focused on combating climate change. Roxana Saberi for CBS News, New York.
Shutdown averted. With less than an hour left, the Senate voted for a stopgap spending bill, and that will keep the government running through the end of April. Part of this bill includes $10 billion in disaster relief for summer flooding in Louisiana, along with $170 million to help with lead in Flint, Michigan drinking water, and $558 million for drought-stricken California. While we've been getting all this snow and ice in our area, people living in Seattle got some too. There was anywhere between 1 and 3 inches, and this is the first time the city's gotten measurable snow in 2 years.
It's amazing. I love it. Like right now we're taking some pictures. That's so cute.
Look at it. We have a white Christmas for the first time in a long time.
It's awesome and we never get to have it, and I'm really lucky.
Like Portland, many offices and schools were closed, and now we want to bring in Seattle's very own Claire Anderson for an update in our area. It should be getting at least a little bit warmer, right?
Yeah, I do have to say that I had one of my cousins in high school going, Claire, is school going to be canceled in Seattle? And I was, you know, it's always hard because you don't get a lot of snow there. We get snow sometimes here, and man, it's created quite the problem. Yeah. It's going to get better though through the day. I want to talk about the ice though, because that's the major issue. Look at this camera right now. ODOT camera, I-84 at I-205. Look at those thick icicles hanging on right there. The problem that we were talking about earlier is slowly it's going to melt and these icicles are going to fall. So again, be very careful. I also want to talk about the temperatures we saw yesterday. Look at this. The low yesterday was 32 degrees. The high yesterday was 33 degrees. We set a new record of lowest change in temperatures yesterday at the Portland airport, so that's kind of interesting. We're definitely going to warm up for today though. Here's a look at current temperatures right now. Still 32 degrees in West Linn, freezing parts of the area still, but definitely warmer out towards Sherwood, Hillsborough. Good news there, 35 degrees in Newburgh. As you get closer to the gorge, we're still seeing cold air funneling in. The winds are going to change this afternoon, letting us warm up, but still below freezing at Camas, 32 degrees in Battleground, out towards the airport, 33 degrees in Vancouver, and still pretty cold out towards Washougal. Here's a look at that Doppler radar. Still a few little scattered showers out there. We're getting a bit of a break this morning. More rain on the way for this afternoon. Still some freezing rain and some ice, but here's what you can expect. So breezy winds out towards the coast, rain showers, rain returns, mild temperatures for the valley this afternoon. Again, a bit of a mix towards the Gorge this morning. Then more rain. Those winds change, which is really going to change our forecast. And then chances of snow, not as cold for the central part of the state. I'm going to break down your forecast coming up more in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Claire. Looking forward to it. This Christmas, an Oregon woman is getting an amazing gift. Her coworker is giving her a kidney. These two women may have to spend Christmas in the hospital, but they say it's worth it. They work together in the healthcare field, helping others, and now they're helping each other. Our Amy Frazier met with the two women in Salem and has their story.
So what's your first thing you want to do after surgery?
29-year-old Carol Phillips is ready to start living again, something she'll be able to do thanks to an incredible gift from her coworker, Maggie Duran.
Everyone at work always says, hey, what a perfect Christmas gift. Can't top that one. Next year I'm in trouble.
They're counting down the days to December 20th when Maggie will give Carol a kidney.
It's indescribable. I'll never be able to fully thank her for all of this.
The two women work together at a healthcare facility.
And I knew she did dialysis, but she didn't really talk about it much at work. She didn't want to bother people, always working, and didn't want to affect other people, like, oh, I can't do this because I'm sick. I can't do this because I'm sick. She always wanted to pull her weight.
As they became friends, she learned Carol has been battling systemic lupus since she was a teenager.
It's a immune deficiency where my body attacks itself, and eventually it attacked my kidneys, and that's why I ended up with kidney failure.
She's been on dialysis for the past 6 years, using a machine at home 5 days a week.
Her mom and her sister help her with dialysis, and they were both going on vacation at the same time.
So Maggie offered to help.
And I just kind of felt bad. I'm like, gosh, this takes a lot of time. It drained her energy. I thought, God, this is not a good way to live.
After a series of health issues, a year and a half ago, Carol got on the waiting list for a deceased kidney.
Like, oh, great, she's going to get a kidney. And then we waited, and we waited, and we waited. And it's kind of like, gosh, this is not happening.
So some of Carol's friends and coworkers applied to be a living donor. Maggie is a match and willing to have the surgery.
And now with Christmas, we've tried and tried, and all of a sudden, boom, December 20th. I'm like, what? Okay, we'll take it. It's like perfect.
A Christmas blessing and the gift of life. Amy Frazier, KOIN 6 News.
Time is 6:12. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you. More U.S. troops are headed to Syria after getting the word today. Coming up next, why the U.S. is sending more support. And we'll introduce you to a trio of musical prodigies, all from the same family. You'd be amazed at what these kids can do. And some of the best stories that we get every day come from you. So if you see news happening, please let us know about it. You can just head to KOIN.com and click on Report It. We'll be right back.